or I'm saying, or do they?
Not at her school. She she had a bad assumption.
Bad assumption.
Every day she went to school every single day,
and then was so disappointed. Thought she was gonna get like a pizza party for everybody or something,
or a ribbon. You know, back in the day, give you a ribbon, something.
I came to school every day.
Right, nothing. So she's missed probably 2 days already. It's not a big deal anymore.
Yeah, she's over it. Yeah. I feel it. Once you get a peek behind the curtain, it don't make sense no more. So I'm with her.
All right, ready?
Cool. Yeah. Let's jump back into it.
Welcome back to Water from the Rock. I am Free Mel.
I'm one half your host, Marquis.
And we are Water from the Rock. Thank you for tuning in, listening in, and viewing. You could be anywhere in the world,
but you're here with us.
You're here with us. So much appreciated, much love. How's your week been going, bro?
Good. No complaints. It's we're getting through the election, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of reactions and responses, and plenty of stuff to talk about off camera with that. But it's been an interesting week with work and recovering from this congestion. So pardon me, a little congested.
Yeah, sound kind of Barry Whitish.
Yeah, love. Yeah. But no, it's been a pretty straightforward week. Wrapping up a couple clients, one last client tomorrow, and then it is just smooth sailing into the holidays and chilling with the family. They're wilding, trying to put up Christmas Christmas decorations and everything right now.
As you saw, it's all the day after Halloween.
They're ready to go with it.
It gets earlier and earlier every year, so it's
wow.
Yeah,
that's how it goes, man. So
straight up.
How about you? How's your week so far?
Week, slow motion, same old activities. My life is boring.
Yeah, it bees like that at this age for us.
Boring, bro. But
definitely bees like that.
You know, it's a good life nonetheless. So
nothing to complain about, right?
Absolutely.
It could be worse.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love my life. But in my eyes, it's rather boring. But
yeah.
But we are here to share our water, to everyone and to each other, because we're learning each other, right? As we are on our podcast journey. So we have a couple of topics, and not really topics, but
yeah, just more so an intro to give you guys an idea, introduce ourselves to you, get to know you. Or allow you to get to know us and, just share a little bit about who we are, what we're doing here, why we're doing it, and how we got here, So, yeah.
So the name, Water from the Rock.
Water from the Rock.
Is that ROCK or is it ROCC? What's the?
ROC. This is Water from the Rock, short prefix for Rochester, seeing that's where we're at.
Absolutely.
And, it's having the Genesee River splitting right through the city, source of water, if you will. I mean, with much more substance when it comes to like the whole idea, how we came to it or what have you. But so it's Water from the Rock, ROC. Being that, again, we're here in Rochester at the establishment of this, if you will. And so the idea came about, Free Mel and I kind of connected a few months back. The conversation started well over a year ago now. And just kind of talking about, what could we do as far as like just, something for us guys, relatable. We have a lot of good conversations, just hanging out and kicking it. Relatable topics, experiences, issues, things like that with life or what have you. And again, I've always wanted to figure out, producing and putting together a podcast or what have you. And so when I tapped you about a little over a year ago now,
I said no.
Absolutely. Immediately.
I'm
like,
good.
Nah, not
I'm
right now.
Straight. But to carry on real quick, the meaning and the name has a biblical reference.
Mhm.
I like to metaphor I use is getting the water that we have within us to share out to others.
Mhm.
Everything needs water to grow. We all need water, in the sense of making us better as people, H2O,
Mhm.
as well as LIFE. That was kind of lame. Anyway,
Dad jokes. Dad
yeah,
jokes.
yeah,
We're
right,
dads
right,
if you can't tell.
right.
We're dads.
MJ would have appreciated that.
Yeah, yeah.
But what do we go through that we can share with others?
Yeah. So sharing those experiences, sharing our life experiences. We're gonna be dealing with or getting into a few interviews with a few special guests over the course of the season as we, get going and navigate this or what have you. We're growing, so please bear with us. Still working out the kinks and everything, but as Freemel and lots of others has suggested as well, we just gotta jump. We gotta do it, right? And we're gonna figure it out as we're going with as much preparation as possible and getting ready to launch this and be able to share our, like I said, our stories, our experiences, and the experiences of others with you guys or whatever. Freemo referenced or mentioned earlier the name having a reference to the Bible, and it's funny because that was what I would consider like a dual meaning or a parallel to
Right.
the scriptural aspect when God told Moses to strike the rock.
Bam.
And right, he told him to strike the rock to quench the thirst of the Israelites or what have you. And like I said, the idea of being able to extract water from a rock even is it seems like a bit perplexing, right?
A possibility.
Yeah, almost like impossible, right? And so if you can get into that and think to yourself like, dang man, like how can you even get water from a rock or whatever? And if you did, it's got to be some valuable water, right? And so again, like I said, our conversations, these topics, our guests, their experiences, all of that is the water that's kind of feeding our souls, our mind, so to speak, or what have you. And just being able to grow and stretch each other, so to speak, or what have you. So yeah, tell the people a little bit about yourself. Free, who are you? Who is Freemel?
My government name is no, I'm Freemel Backus.
Get your
name, but my friends call me Free. Quick story: no one had ever called me Free in my life until I was about 14. Met a guy named Mark. Said, "Hey, my name is Freemel." He said, "Dude, that's too hard to say, too hard to remember, so I'm calling you Free," and it's stuck.
All 2 syllables of it.
Right, exactly. So that's me, father, son, cousin, nephew, friend, now podcast host, storyteller. Here, brother from Gary, trying to make it is what I like to say. Lived a couple of places around the nation. We'll get into that and more of our water sharing moments.
Oh yeah, over our journey.
IT professional for the past almost 20 years, man. That's when you can throw a 20 year behind something, I mean, you're getting some water, and you have a lot of life to share with others. So
you're getting seasoned as old.
Seasoned. Lowry's or
Lowry's is a good one. The lots of MSG, high blood pressure to go with it, but it'll work. It'll work in a pinch, right? A pinch, literally. Right?
Another dad joke.
Yeah.
But that's who I am. Moved here to Rochester 4 years ago. Loved it. Met this guy right here. We're still, vibing on each other, learning each other. We both listen to podcasts. That's another reason why we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, who are you?
Real simple. I don't have that resume.
You
yeah, I'm Marquis, father, photographer, lesser half or lower half. I like to refer to Berta as my better half or whatever. Okay. So probably shouldn't say lesser, right?
I'm about to say lower half.
Lower half, lesser half. That's wild, right? I didn't think that through. But yeah, I have a beautiful partner. Love her. Love her to death.
I do too. I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. You know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And so, photographer here from Rochester, grew up here.
Damn good photographer.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Dabbling in a bit of creative directing right now as the next journey and chapter. You guys will see with this a bit throughout our journey, being able to share that. Love photography. Always loved photography. Joined the Navy, drinking age, 20 years old, right before my 21st birthday. And got into the healthcare system, decided after quite an investment in degrees, I didn't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
And because this is what I wanted to do. And I just made that jump and, invested in myself. And here we are in production and photography and video and, again, creative directing soon.
Yeah.
And man, keeping it light. Local Rochesterian, love it. Love the area. Crazy. I think I've said to you before, when I was coming off of active duty to join the reserves, so many people are like, man, you're going back there. You're going to Rochester. Why would you go back to Rochester? And it's simple. Like I said, I loved all 4 seasons, and this is one of the few places that you can actually get 4 true seasons. Sometimes you might get gypped in the spring, but yeah. You know what I mean?
You know what? We get a bona fide summer here. It gets hot.
Oh yeah.
It definitely gets hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys experienced that firsthand this year, the heat.
Yeah. It was
with the fun AC issues.
Oh yeah, had an AC. Yeah.
That was
interesting. If you haven't had an AC go out, if you have central air in your house, that's a hell of an expense, a hell of an experience, and first time my life went through it, and he had front row seats.
Yeah, I do not envy you for that.
I did not go cheap, but I did do due diligence, water or life lesson, get multiple quotes.
Yeah.
It's something that you should do. Don't just go by the first person that comes by. You have that right. As I have a close friend that says, nobody's going to rush me to spend my money.
Right. Do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. Right.
Let me ask you this real quick.
Sure.
Why a podcast? We could have, did something else. Why did you want to do a podcast? And I'll say why I wanted to do a podcast.
Sure. For a couple of reasons. One, again, so we talk all the time about with me and my style of photography, having an affinity and appreciation for storytelling, right? I feel every image should tell a story. Similar to what you see, you like I said, you get people in these art galleries and you'll see them just stand in front of an image for, time after time after time, just watching this, looking at this image and studying it, right? Evaluating the image, and they're looking for, the story in it and getting the, an idea and understanding or what have you. And so I think stories are important. I think they're very important. It's how we know and come to understand history, so to speak, right? Through the stories and things being written and us to go back and research and see, read about, hear about, share, so to speak, or what have you. And I think that, again, I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm the most interesting person or what have you, but I know I do have lots of experiences. I wouldn't call them all, I wouldn't necessarily say all good or bad, just I've had experiences that can be inspiring to, myself, you, whoever, if interested or whatever. And if we can share anything that, if it's not even about 30, 40, 50, 100,000 followers or subscribers or whatever, if one person can, find some sort of inspiration and, say, damn, man, you know what? Like that, I can relate. That really helped me. You know what I mean? Like I was listening to this in the car on the way to work or whatever, and I going through that same thing. I've been there. You know what I mean? Like I think that's dope, and being able to utilize the vast network of networking, so to speak, or what have you, right? And resources and people and things of that nature, and sharing these stories and what have you. Again, so like for example, not quick spoiler alert, not to give too much away. We're going to be interviewing a local candle maker here who has a very, very interesting story, you know, from investment banking to entrepreneur candle maker now or what have you. And I think again, just like that story to hear when we initially heard about that, I was just like blown away because again, like I said, to think about how someone could, you know, I guess I don't want to make an assumption or whatever, but I feel like it would be safe to say the average person was like, man, of investment banking, or at least my parents in that generation or whatever, like you're leaving the safety and security of a job to just go make candles or you know what I mean, or like really you're gonna take all that risk, and what happens if you don't make it, and what happens if you got rent you got to pay, and all of these things or whatever, right? And you know, dream killers in a sense, right? But for her to bet on herself and bank on herself again, I find that to be an interesting story, you know. And who knows, like I said, being able to have that conversation with her share her story, you know, share that with you all, right? And that inspires someone or whatever. They may be another, you know, little girl that's thinking, man, I gotta go to school. I gotta go to school. I gotta go. School is the way, is the only way or what have you. And, you know, not understanding that, entrepreneurship is an avenue, you know, that she could potentially travel or what have you. I think that that's so important. And again, especially for, you know, for my daughter to be able to have these reference points or what have you. Like almost like building a book of stories for, you know, her legacy, so to speak, or whatever. She can look back and see like, look, this person did this and this person did that. And, you know, being able to just, like I said, share those stories and inspire people. I think that that's a valuable piece of what we're doing and the why in a podcast, to share those stories and, again, share our stories. And also, again, second, which probably was the initial, pitch, I think, to you or whatever, is just like, let's do something for us, you know, like guys, like we don't, you know, the ladies, they tend to find all of these different hobbies or what have you, and we're just like you said, man, you know, live a boring life, man. Go to work, pick up the kids from school, chill, relax, have a bourbon every once in a while, you know, and that's our life, so to speak, or whatever. So who's to say that, you know, we can't really, you know, get together? And I think you mentioned that a few weeks back, maybe a month or so ago, about getting together like that, you know, that check in with each other, you know, routinely.
Midweek check in.
Yeah. You know, let's get together, whether we get together or not, just, you know, pick up the phone, chop it up for, you know, 15, 20 minutes. Or go grab a, you know, glass of wine or something somewhere, a bite, you know, anything. I think that's it's really important. So
yeah, for sure.
I don't want to get too long-winded about it. But.
For me, you know, I'm a big podcast listener, from sports to self-help to motivational to comedy, to like series, like actual stories. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I'm a boring life. I live a boring life, but you know, I've had people come to my house and they see the chaos and they're like, you have a YouTube gold mine here. I'm like, this is my life. Like, I don't. So
house full of content.
Right. House full of content. Right. So I'm just happy for the opportunity to be able to share things that I've been through. As we sit down and talk, I mention things and Marquis does as well. Like, oh, wow. Like, damn. Like, oh, okay. That's cool. Like, wow, like you did that? Like you went there? Like you've been to that country? Like really? Things that we, not to say we take for granted, but aren't normal for how we grew up.
Sure.
That can inspire somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's my why. And to be able to, if I can get one person and be like, you know what, you told something, you went through something, and it helped me get through something.
There you go.
And that's my why. Yeah. And then it's exciting. I look forward, like when we set up dates, I look forward, like that's my motivation to get here, sit down and talk.
Yeah, same.
It's kind of a therapy. We spend time together, and you know, it's a good feeling. So
it is. It really is. Like you said, that therapy in a sense, right? So like even when we, you know, set the, you know, the dates or the times that we're going to record, you know, to be able to get in and, that 90 minutes of, to myself, just that piece that's not necessarily dealing with the client, the family, anything, just that piece of like setting everything up and setting up the sets, if you will. The sound checks, the video, audio, all of that stuff or whatever, like that, the anticipation and the build up to it, and being able to kind of just like lock in and in anticipation for, just the conversation and kicking it or whatever. Again, it's essentially just a transition from our conversations that we would be having,
that's
at the table, just watching a fight or something.
That's another
right?
thing. How many times have you and I talked? And it's just me and you. So think about the other conversations you have with people.
Mm-hmm.
The great conversations, like great, like, man, I wish that was recorded. Like, because it was, we both or everyone on, the phone dropped some gems. And it's like, and that's what this is about. Dropping gems, sharing water, getting water from others, and becoming better people. That's who I want to tune into this podcast. If you want to be a better person, if you want to laugh, we might even cry sometimes.
Right? Nah, I'm not crying.
You're not crying?
I'm gonna turn it off.
I'm sensitive. I can you hit me with a topic, I might get vulnerable and shed a tear, but that's that's stuff like that is important in life. I'm a normal guy. Like I said, I'm a brother from Gary trying to make it. I go to Wegmans. I've been to Kroger's.
I live in Wegmans.
I've been to Publix. I go to Target. I'm a regular dude.
Yeah.
But I've done some irregular things in my life that I think that would shed light and help people get through certain situations, as well as us interviewing people and learning from their situations. And I'm looking, I'm looking forward to that. I'm not a journalist, but I am information hoarder. I love information. So
and again, we're not professing to, again, let's be clear, we're not journalists. We know what we know and tend to share what we know and understand it based on the facts as we would know them and have them or what have you. So we're gonna slip at times. We might miss something or make mistakes, but again, that's the human side of things that we kind of pride ourselves on, and being transparent and being able to correct it as well.
I'm looking to learn from this man.
Same with you. Same here.
Every time we talk, and that's what life is about for me.
It is, man.
Learning.
What's that you have a quote that you suggested, each one reach one,
each one teach one. It's our job as human beings.
Mm-hmm.
As we learn, we teach. Everything you learn must be taught, and it's a cycle.
Yeah.
Why do I need to hoard information or thoughts,
mm-hmm.
or something that can help someone? So each one teach one.
Yeah, man. And so again, like I said, I studied quite a few different podcasts or what have you, and that was one of the things that I kind of I racked my brain around for the last few months is like what's our demographic and what's our who's our audience, so to speak, or what have you. And I've found that and I think I even shared with you recently how I was so stuck on like what's the numbers, and so being a photographer,
56.
Yeah, exactly. So like when you're promoting something on Instagram, again, for me being a photographer, you're promoting something in marketing, is like, what's your target audience or whatever, and it'll be 18 to 65, 18 to 25 or whatever. And so like that's how I was thinking about it and looking at it, right? And then when you sit back and you study the genres of podcasts, you have podcasts that are about business, you have podcasts that are about lifestyle, and I'm considering you probably fall in that lifestyle, some business here or there, maybe depending on what we're talking about as far as like I know you're really into like some day trading.
No,
or
me?
Weren't you getting into some stocks? You
I
told me
do
something about
stocks, but I'm definitely not a day trader. But
listen, man, I might have spoken on you.
Well, speak it into existence.
Might be the next Wolf of Wall Street, man. You never know.
Sprinkle it on.
Yeah, sprinkle some of that Wall Street on you. You know what I mean? So get to it. Get to it. Did you buy something during the day that was traded
today?
No. Like whenever the last piece of stock that you bought or invested into.
Yes.
Well, I think you're a day buyer. You might not be trading just yet or whatever. We'll call you a day buyer for right now.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take it.
Yeah, but again, like I said, just being able to have easy conversations, man. Share our experiences, and again, look to learn and grow. And one of the things that I'm really excited about is to have these conversations and continue these conversations in the chats and the comments. And one of the things that we're going to be looking forward to from you all is engaging in these comments and starting these conversations and helping us derive topics. We might say something, and one of the things that I don't like when I'm listening to a podcast is like, man, that was a great topic. I feel like they could have went this way with it, or they could have been a little more that they went this way with it, so to speak, or suggested to talk more about this part of it, and so like I think that's a really cool thing to do as far as like engaging our audience, right?
Oh, absolutely,
and having those conversations or what have you, and maybe reserving a 5-10 minute window at the end of episodes to answer some questions, or intentionally ask questions to get to prompt other questions, and it's just what should we talk about next week, or hot topics, things that's going on.
Nothing makes me happier when you comment on someone in social media and they comment back, someone you don't know.
Yeah.
Random facts or about me. This is 2011 on Twitter.
Okay.
Fabulous. The FABOLOUS.
D.
Was talking about a movie on Twitter and I commented. He hit me back and commented on my comment. I'm like, oh, wow. For that split second, I felt like I connected.
You felt seen.
Yeah, I connected to Fabulous. Right, exactly. I'm like, wow, okay.
Right.
Yeah, but engagement is important.
It is
to us, and getting feedback is important. And we are water from the rock. We are water from the rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are here to share
collectively.
Yeah, to share, to drink together, and to drink together.
yeah. And again, so it's even with this or whatever, like I enjoy wines. I've started a small collection. Freemo enjoys a good bourbon or what have you, and we've dabbled back and forth.
Anything that's wet, bro. Like,
oh wow, hey, yo! First episode, you getting out there, huh?
You asked me like, hey, what you like to drink? I drink bourbon. I drink scotch.
Yeah.
Back in the day, gin, but you'll put me on some more adult gin.
Yeah. There's some good.
That's a good
ones.
term, but yeah,
there's some good ones. Yeah.
Cold beer. I'm not above. Sometimes you just need to drink some straight water.
There you go. Keep it on deck.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's again, like I said, just being able to kick back and relax, have a drink and just have a conversation. Sometimes there might be some days where we come in and it might be a live episode or whatever. Like something may happen at work or whatever. Like, yo, the craziest thing happened today or whatever. What you think about this? Yeah, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Turn the camera on and get to it, share it, and because I think that's a big part of what we don't necessarily have in life or get in life anymore from just us as the human beings, the human race, if you will. There's so much I, me, to whereas my grandparents and their generations or whatever, like they were literally villages raising and growing with each other, whereas now you live on the same street with somebody and not know them for years.
Not talk to him at all.
You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I'm with that totally. I'm very private.
I know.
Very reserved, walk by, you won't speak, none of that. You know what I mean? But like, it's just like having a child softens you, man. And being able to, someone said, if you want to, I'm going to slaughter this or whatever, but the quote was something along the lines is, if you want to see yourself, don't look in the mirror, look at your kid. And it shows the way you're parenting and what you're doing or whatever. And again, you find yourself being cautious and myself being a bit more open to things, if you will, or whatever. I'm still getting through. I'm don't think I'm ever gonna get it with the lines,
Line-
the lines and things of that nature.
that's a running joke. No lines.
No
It
lines.
definitely
Not at all.
that's a great. I can't wait till we get to that
Not at all.
that episode when we talk about parenting and
Yeah, parent. Yeah, so all of
the
these
ups and
things,
downs and
parenting, relationships, the ups and downs, highs and lows, work, career, business, being in business for
finance.
myself,
Right.
the risks associated with that, having to constantly evolve and pivot and things or what have you,
But
you with work and situations and managing a staff and a team of people, so to speak, or whatever.
being a leader, being a manager, being a leader.
Yeah,
You
it's
Bottom line, we're two normal guys, and our demographic is people that relate to two normal people.
Yep.
Talking about normal things, family, life, work, but also sprinkling in others' opinions when we interview.
and
folks.
others' experiences as well.
Experiences. That's our demographics. People that want to learn. People that want to teach us. Like, I'm not beyond reproach by any means.
Oh, at all.
By any means.
At all,
Wait. I see you got them olive nines on over there. Those just dropped. Yeah, I almost got them. They look looking fresh. I don't know if it's
crazy.
it's on the camera. I see you.
I got another, so I have 3 pairs of these. I have my baby shoe of these with the 1994.
Oh wow, they go wow, like the white and black ones.
No, these
Oh,
the same color.
one.
Same
Okay.
color.
I had those.
I've bought this shoe every release. Wear it once and put it up.
They have them.
Wear it once and put it up.
They have them in a boot.
Nah.
Yeah, look it up.
I don't know.
It looks exactly the same, but the bottom is a little bit more rugged. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
it's a boot.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I guarantee you'll like it. But they look fresh.
I'll definitely check them out. Yeah. So those and
yeah, I see you
though. These 6s.
No, those are 9s.
No, these and the 6s.
Oh, okay.
Those are my other. Those. I used to like the 3s. I still do like the 3s.
Yeah, these my favorite. I buy these over. They're coming out. They just had a shock drop today of these, and they're coming out again on the 23rd.
Ooh. Hey,
yeah, I buy them over and over and over.
Yeah, You never have too many of those. Classics. Get a pair and just put them in a shadow box.
That's another thing. Fashion or shoes or music. We're gonna have friendly.
Yeah, great conversations
debates,
around music, hip hop, fashion, hip hop heads. That's another thing. So, and again, just getting to the point of how we connected or whatever. Hip hop. Hip hop heads. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Deep conversations about hip hop and artists and likes and styles and
I love the blues. Living in Mississippi, I was embraced to the blues culture, and I listened to that on a regular. I'll share
down home blues.
Oh yeah, Big Bad Bobby Rush is one of my favorite artists.
Big Bad Bobby
Mississippian.
Big Bad Bobby Rush.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like a race car driver, like that Bobby Boucher.
Nah, Big Bad Bobby Rush. He got Jerry curl, had dancers and everything. I seen him in concert.
He's still wearing the Jerry curl?
I believe so. I'll pull it up after.
Whoa.
We'll put it picture of Bobby Rush on the
yeah.
For the episode. Yeah.
It's too hot to be wearing a curl right now, man.
Yeah.
Global warming. Don't agree with curls.
Some don't believe it's global warming, but that's another conversation.
Hey, yeah. Before we get too far off the rails.
Yeah. All right,
yeah, that's cool, man. I think that was a great introduction to the people, our fellow soon to be crew, cast, followers, supporters. I almost don't even like to say followers. Maybe we'll just say supporters, subscribers, or what have you.
Yeah, supporters. I like that.
Yeah. Followers just sounds bad to me, but no, we appreciate you guys coming along for this journey. Excited to share with you all. I know free mail is as well or whatever. We've I said we've I think you mentioned to me recently how we've talked damn near every day via text about something in regards to like the pod.
If I don't reach out or text, we text more than anything, but I'll be like, I think to myself, like, what's going on, Marquis? I ain't heard from him today.
Yeah.
Like, what up? What's good? What's good?
with you?
That's
Yeah.
I hit you yesterday. Like,
Yeah.
hey man, I just wanted to hear your voice.
Yeah. Like, what's going on, man? What's
Like,
going on?
wait a minute, bro. That didn't come out. That didn't come out too well. But that was, I mean, it's sincere. I have a coworker
Mhm.
that says that to me. Like, oh man, it's good to hear your voice. And I when he first said it, I'm like, wow, that's kind of weird. But I'm thinking like that's a, you know, that's something good. Like you're perking me up. You're making your presence is making me excited or making me better for the day. So yeah.
You never know, man. You never know. Like it's the small things that could change the dynamic
Absolutely.
and direction of somebody day or whatever. Just sitting down, just asking them, just saying hello. They could have gotten in an argument, on the way out of the house, or said something crazy and got dealt with something in traffic or whatever, and they're just sitting there in it or whatever. You walk in, like, hey, just your energy, what have you. And I used to be, especially like in like the active duty days or whatever, people come in like, hey, Marky, how's it going? I'm like, why are you so happy right now? You know what I mean? Like, chill. Like, it's 8:00 in the morning. We're about to go into surgery. Like, what do you, like, chill out, man.
Yeah.
So, but you never know. Yeah.
You never know what somebody's going through. You never know the light that you can be to somebody's dark day.
Yeah.
Never forget
Totally
that
agree.
the light you can be. Like, I've been in so many situations where people are like, oh man, you brighten my day. Like, really? Like, I'm just being me. But
yeah, man. So that's cool. I think we covered all bases. We told you who we are. We told you what this is. We told you why we're here. And we told you what we're going to be doing and what we're going to be sharing with you. And we hope that you all are here to continue going on this journey with us or what have you. And on that note, Free, I think we can get up out of here.
This is Marquis.
And that's Free.
And we are Water from the Rock.
Catch you next time.